Yeah, I can hear you through the headphone a little bit.
You can hear
much
me
better.
bit.
Yeah, much better.
It's okay, huh?
Yeah, this is fine. Can you hear me clear?
Huh?
Can you hear me through the mic? Can you hear me through my earphone?
Yes, I'm hearing you very well.
All right, good.
Okay, I think.
All right then.
I think you will be up here in 12:30. I think. No, 12. Yeah, 12:30.
Okay.
You just.
Yeah, if any.
Just you say.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. Just say. Let me see.
No, I'm saying if anything changes, let me know. I'll leave this open and wait. If anything changes, just let me know.
Okay. Please hold on. Dawda nekkul ci biir xool bi parce que kii mënu ko dégg. Huh? Yes. Mr. Hassan, sorry, I think let me call you back. Just let me call you back, please, right now.
ABDOU kang inata kidi kama moy. Yes.
As a result of the gunshots you heard, you started turning around to run away.
Ekobiri kidi kama kumata ite ye kodi jele alpareta purka bori. Yes.
And a bullet struck you on your left leg.
Utumolong keso ye ma imara singoto. Yes.
It entered your knee and then exited.
Adunte singo komala afintita na nyatola. Yes.
Then you fell into the gutter.
Utumolem iboita gota kono. Yes.
You lost consciousness for a while.
Ketuta jele we han for wati. Yes.
You regained consciousness and discovered what happened to you.
Utumbiring keto bote inyala inata longutumole menketela. Yes.
You were assisted by a Mr. Nyang of the Red Cross who pulled you out of the gutter.
Inata makoro soto mobulu ikafome ye Mr. Nyang meye fintindi ogota dinko kono. Yes.
You said that at that point the soldiers were also beating Mr. Nyang.
Iko tembo sojarol nata hanfo ye Mr. Nyang fana mutaka lipa.
Paramilitary.
Paramilitary, yes. Paramilitaries came and beat him up, yes.
The paramilitary?
Yes.
And then you explained that Mr. Nyang told them he was a Red Cross volunteer.
Mr. Nyang diamute kafo kontemu Red Cross do kulaleti. Yes.
But that didn't stop the paramilitaries from beating him.
Yes.
Apart from saying that he was a Red Cross volunteer, was he wearing anything that would have identified him as such?
Hana manke kafo ko abe Red Cross do kola. Fire Red Cross la fenne dum mensa itandi ko abe Red Cross do kola le.
Red Cross dendi ko babala.
Yes, he was wearing the shirt having the Red Cross emblem.
You also told us that while you were sitting by the gutter, the paramilitaries also started beating you.
Yenyim fanam foko aye fintindi dinko kono ibe sirin dinkadala atenyim para militelu nata kote ke lipa. Yes.
You said you were kicked, as well as there were attempts to slap you, which you blocked with your hand.
Yenyim foko lafte tulo busala tumomena ye bulolu bulindi purukela liparolu kale o kola lem inate damfu. Yes.
And this was all after you had been shot and you had blood all over you.
Nyimu wato litiwato me atara ko ye bunne foka pare ye lobe bala jato bala. Yes.
At that point, you said a vehicle came by, and a private vehicle, and the gentleman came out of the vehicle in order to assist you.
Iko tembolem yaje moto nata moto nyi mu private moto lita fani fo atembe tali fe alert alota utumole mu fundita moto kono puru nyi ngani yo bala puru kali makoi. Yes.
But prior to that, you also told us that you noticed that there were 4 students who were laying very close to where you were, lying down on the floor.
Yenyim foko bari obe janne obe kala ye talibolu mo nani je larin duma. Many along ko ibe larin je. Yes, I saw those students.
You said that they were moving as though they were struggling to breathe.
Iko nyi wotumo ibe fansa ba kai ba katakana be puruke ni ji kamamang. Yes.
You said after some time they stopped moving and you realized that they were dead.
Ko bringa meta do mandingi nataje be o fansa ba ni o mamma o menna o be nata tenkun wotumo lo yenyi muta ko woto nyili fatale. Yes.
Were you able to tell what caused their death?
Fo inata lo ne mune ya sabu menkete la saya sababoti.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Because they were wounded and I saw the wounds.
And yellow kabo ila dendiko fana nata yellow kabo bala ila dendiko koyol be bala wa dendiko nyin be nata wala chur.
They were wearing white shirts, but all those shirts, the 4 of them, their shirts were all stained with blood. That's when I realized that they were shot.
Who do you believe shot them?
The paramilitary, those that also shot me.
And why do you believe that they were the ones who shot these students?
Because they were the ones standing in front of us with guns before we reached to them.
And you told us earlier that from what you observed throughout the entire time, none of the students had weapons.
And we koyine korosiko kabrin ko damta dula chuku fani fo albe o tembeda mento talibolu mo kilintije kele joram be membulu
kele joram comme kido no
materials such as guns no.
So when this gentleman arrived with the private vehicle and he wanted to assist you, can you tell us what he did in order to assist you?
Ikobirinyi moto tionata fa lota afajita moto kono andu ngalo nyingani yole bala purkali mako ya natake mune natake
bira lota
when he stopped
ay moto bunda ele
he opened the door of the
ambulance okana ikatambina
because at that time I used to see the ambulance come and pass me
fente fo comme mo jama mo belaring kimbe mo mulbe baramari siata mulbo siata
and the reason was that the number of injured people were many
so ni a chika rek na fata dami ka sambol to fo jeni be muruna nan kote
so when they load until it's full they will depart and then return
so wala yake nyinga tenata bira ente jelaring
so that was why when he saw me lying down
lota bunda ele so akonye ko motenge mako
he stood, opened the door and said let me help you.
But
when he opened the door, I looked inside his vehicle. I saw only blood in there. And I said to him, what is this? He said to me, I had taken other people before. And it is possible that some of those might have died by now. And I'm not going to relent taking people until I take everyone out. I said to him, that is a good, noble venture.
So Mr. Nyanyata.
So Mr. Nyang came. He told him, help me, let's put this guy inside the vehicle.
So
they came like that to assist me. Then the paramilitary stood and said to them, leave him alone. And they said to him, for what reason? They said to them, leave him there, don't take him away.
So driver And
the driver said to them, I am taking him now, today, and I will take him again tomorrow. If you want, kill me, but I will take him out. They said to him, if you take him out of this place, we are going to shoot you. He said to them, shoot me then. He said to them, here, either we are all going to die here or something else, but I will take him out.
So Mr.
Nyang came. He held me by my arm. The other guy held me by my legs. And so that was how I was raised and they taken inside the vehicle. But in the process of going and coming back, it was very tense.
Because
in fact, there was a moment when one of them wanted to shoot them.
But ambulance
But at that instant, an ambulance was passing by. And then they relented. That was when he relented. And so these guys proceeded and put me inside the vehicle.
So and
then they took me away.
But
while they were taking me out,
Mr. Nyang,
he removed his shirt, his Red Cross shirt, and raised it up.
Dead body.
To raise it up in the air to indicate that there is a dead body.
So because on
that day the soldiers were many on the road. So when we reached wherever they were grouped, he will show that. He used to stop the driver when we reach. And they will ask him, where are you going to? What is inside of your vehicle?
And
the manner in which they do that is by putting a gun on him to try to frighten him, asking him, where are you going to?
Yeah, so
and that was the way it went. Wherever we reach them, they will stop and ask us, and they will ask us in a very fierce manner.
So dead body.
And so when this guy raises the Red Cross shirt and says to them, dead body,
so
they used to allow us to pass through.
But
despite all of that, when we arrived, it was after that one day Mr. Nyang looked at me and began to narrate all of this to me.
Because
at that time, I used to frequently go into coma.
Then after
and then after some time, I will regain consciousness.
So one
day when he came to visit me, he explained all of this story to me.
You told us that Mr. Nyang worked for the Red Cross. What about the other gentleman, the other Good Samaritan who helped you, the owner of the vehicle? Do you know his name?
Yenyum foko Mr. Nyang atakadu kuoke Red Cross le. Bari mo do nying, mototio nying, men ye mako fo kulongo fanana koto le bang.
Wo mal fellow wala koto wo come private drive wala mati.
I know nothing about that individual. I take it that he was just a private driver.
Ay nyinna foko coming. He said
that since the blood of the students was being spilled and they were being killed,
so
he could not left them like that on their own. He must give them assistance to take them where they are supposed to be so that they can acquire medical attention.
Because
he could not abandon them on the way like that, because he too has children. Before he took me away, he said all of this to me.
Where did Mr. Nyang and this gentleman eventually take you?
Mr. Nyang, ani wo mototio inata isamba mintole.
Inatan samba loptano to.
They took me to the hospital.
Banjul RVH.
In Banjul at the RVH.
Do you know what kind of assistance you received at the RVH?
Ako foyalo na brief tata Banjul loptano to yemu mako façon ne dilaje.
Birim futaraje.
When we arrived,
yen samba nung theater le follow ke fang.
I was taken to the theater first of all.
Because
they thought there was a bullet still inside my body.
So
when we got there, they turned my legs and looked under.
So they
looked up. And they realized that, in fact, the bullet had hit and penetrated through. So there was no need for an operation.
So
it was at that time that I was removed from that place and then taken to the A&E. That was where I was admitted.
At the A&E, did you see any students who were also injured as a result of the April 10 and 11 demonstration?
Ebe lutano la ubume mkono je A&E. Foye talibe dolu jijele meni yalon kulu fanalu baramata ate nyin kukilino lo kono April karola utili tango ni tiltane nkilingu mamango kono.
Nga talibe do jije.
Yes, I saw other students.
Atebe nung Bakote High School.
There was one who was in Bakote High School.
Atomu Senabu Kamara.
Her name is Senabu Kamara. I was there with her at the A&E.
Do you know what happened to Miss Senabu Kamara?
Senabu ha.
Yes.
Yes.
Bije tata form dam fisiata domanding natang kakacha.
We were there until we all started to get better, and then we began to have chats.
Minketa la nata fonye.
So she then narrated to me what happened to her.
Nata la kolo wole nyao.
That was how I got to know about our issue.
Te ako ye bayindile nu.
She said that they were being chased.
Imete no kanga ko. They were
chased for a while, but as she told me, she was an athlete at the school. And also, she is not very plump. So it seems running was easy for her. She said when they were scared and they were chased after, they ran for a long distance.
So it's
the same people who were chasing them all that long distance.
So
they said when they ran until a long time,
she said
she got to a particular house and there was a fence and she attempted to jump over. So as she was jumping, her leg that was left behind. And that was at the moment that these other guys reached the spot and they grabbed her leg and they pulled her to the ground and took her away.
So
when she was taken away, at that time she had a Walkman in her bag. They took that away and they played that and listened to it, but music was playing. And then they said to her, well, you have nice music.
So
and so they were there and they tried until they put her on the ground.
So
and the other guy put the Walkman on her ears. And he stood over her, dancing on her.
Completely.
And so they danced over her until she went into coma.
So
And she was lying like that, and blood was oozing from her body.
So and
she did not know what was happening until she saw herself in the hospital.
Yeah, I tell a story that I will explain.
That was the story that she explained to me.
But in brief.
But I believe that if she should appear here, she should be able to tell you more about what happened to her. But this was what she said to me in brief. This is what I know about her case.
I would like to have an idea of the scale of victimization during the April 10 and 11th incident.
Akabella flele kalong tilimbalia ning tajire yamen yake April 10 and April karotil tan ning kilingu kuolu kono alafto ye wo yirkole lonna.
From where you were at the RVH?
Akoy be larin nun damim ba ñun leptano to RVH.
Can you give us an idea of how many victims you saw or the condition at the hospital so that we can have a better idea of how many victims ended up at the RVH?
Ako fo ibedamin loptano to fo isinying fono nyene ye talibolu yiriko menje men ya lonko ibaramata aning ila kolube mento ye la futo loptano to je inya menje ani ye mello ila ko to fo so fono nyela ba
ha wu walun dal banjul loptano be nyamin
that day, the state of the hospital was very tense, I can tell you.
Because even
the beds were all occupied. In fact, it got to a stage whereby some of the patients that were admitted earlier were forcibly discharged so that space could be created for the new victims.
Yeah, pour mulialon koy baramata na admit je cause atata la fofango ikamatlal ila spare matlal mbije ke landi banko duma la fango.
It got so serious that at some point some of the extra sponge that they had, they were spreading those on the floor to admit patients. So that some of the patients could lie on those. There were many people. A&E was filled up. Most of the hospitals in the Gambia here were filled up. And all that is as a result of the incident of the 10th and the 11th of April. In fact, there were those that only had slight injuries. Those were just dressed and allowed to go. That day, something else happened in the Gambia. That day was a day of trouble in the Gambia. Honestly, that day, the blood of the students of the Gambia was spilled.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what happened.
Did an incident occur on that day which allowed you to see a list of victims?
Ako fo kuna takele ulung hanifo ise mo yiriko je men ya lonko ifata wala mo yiriko menu baramata.
Mo yiriko mum baramata ani mulu fata.
The number of people that got injured and those that got killed.
Walu no solve itaka ne killing.
That day, the nurses were taking the record one at a time. They had papers and they were writing them, handwriting them.
So
they wrote them until they were many. But when they were done,
a copy.
There were some individuals who came who wanted to have a copy.
No solo they left a copy modo a copy in case record
and they were nurses. They wanted to make several copies so that they could, each of them have one copy, just in case that one of them should lose their own copy.
Because what time be mararomin koto min diate kawle ke lafta min na wole be ke la lafta mole mum moy bolo moyla man lafta mole mum moy ito bondila mole.
Because at that time the kind of rulers we had were the people that would make sure that whatever they want people to know is what they know, what they want people to hear is what people hear.
So okono inata foko botia copy.
That was why they said that they will make copies.
Then copy nying.
So that one copy.
Ya jibe ya di mo kile na waya muta.
And they will select someone who will be given that copy.
So inate kwenye koninga copy foninga dile ba muta nalonko ha.
It was then that I was asked, that they asked me whether if we give it, and I said yes.
So from what you're telling us, the nurses felt that the list of those who were injured and killed could have been altered at some point could have been tampered with by the government at some point.
Amunta wale nyi itandiko no solu fangulu ni aje nyi safe ka fo han fo be kilin karafalema ye nyine mira ko iteliye men safe wo nyaton ko lu menu barata nyin ko la ni bulota lata kayto kay si ko dolu falin no leje.
Yes.
And that's why they offered to make a copy and give it to one of you.
Wala na ye nyim foko mbatu ye kayto nyin safe ye adung itebulu pruisa amabo ay tanka.
Yes.
Do you recall the names of any of the nurses that had access to the list?
Fo hakilo sibula wo no solo hani mo kilin tola men yalon ko wollebe do ko la wulum men yo saferoke.
Mo kilin bije ngawto mutale nak.
Yes, I can recall the name of one person.
Bardol bije ametale metol mutano.
But there are those I cannot recall.
But you don't know wala kol lata nyo kambakele so.
I cannot recall some because of the time factor. But this other individual, we had a good rapport.
So I think
I think her name is Fatufai.
Why the rest dal ñina tol la say.
But I cannot recall the names of the others.
Sister.
Many of them I used to address them by the name sister.
And just very briefly, can you tell us if you eventually received a copy of this list?
Ako faisa fono nyi wat suke dia musutun ron fo wo safero wo tolu safeta kayto membala fo a detail ale bang.
No, no,
the list was not given to me because something happened there.
So
we were there discussing that issue, and then not long after, soldiers came in.
State House in Lota.
They came from the State House, they came in and stood.
Because
where I was seated, if you are there, where my bed was positioned, if you are there, you have a view of the outside. So anybody coming from the left or the right hand side, I was in a position to see the individual. So I was there, and then I saw soldiers coming from the State House end with their guns, and they were rushing in. As soon as they came inside, they hit the door and opened it, and then came inside and said to the nurses, produce the list. And then the nurses said to them, no, we are not yet ready. And then they said to the nurses, bring out the list now. Whatever is transpiring here, we are aware. Bring the list now.
So we
were there. And so they frightened them. And then they said to them, okay, give us time, we'll bring it. And so they went and brought the list and handed it over to them. And they left with the list. But not long after, I think it's either the same day or the following day. That is not very clear to me. But then the list was brought back. But when they came, what I saw, that list was typed.
Because in the suffering
because the list that they took away was handwritten. But when they returned with the list, that list was typed. I saw that. I can witness to that.
Do you recall when this incident occurred?
April 10, that very day.
It happened on the very day of the 10th of April.
Around Kabo talaw woro landing woro tema dal.
It was the evening between 7 and 8.
O time ole nata.
That was when they came in.
And very briefly, while you were at the RVTH, did the head of state at the time pay a visit?
Ako ka suti andiro ibe loptano to tumo menna fo tumo banku nyaton ko natali jubero la loptano to ban.
Nata jele.
Yes, he came there.
Nata.
When he came,
he
came inside and he made inquiries. He asked them, where are the students? They said to him, there one is. And so that was where I was pointed at. And he said to them, and who else? And they said to him, and this other one. And that was the girl, Senabu. So he went first to her. He greeted her.
But
he stood there for a long time. What he told him there, what she told him there, or what he told her there, I did not hear at the time. But before he came, we heard that he was supposed to come. She said to me, when he comes, if we are not able to ignore him, let's abuse his mother. I said to her, well, except if you are not ready. She said to me, okay, when he comes, I'm going to do it. I said to her, if he comes first to me, I will do it. If he comes to you first also, you'll do it. So we were there when he came in, he went first to her.
So ateko biringa tata.
She said after he left.
Ateko aya bamani ne kende ko fadi ata nyami.
She said that she abused his mother however she wanted to, so until she was pleased.
Bira fudarandela.
When he got to me,
mfanangan tal parendi mbawatu kang.
So I also prepared my own insults waiting for him.
So bira nata.
So when he came,
afutara wiltan kombe sila.
When he arrived, I tried to got up and wanted to sit down. But he placed his hand on my chest. He said to me, no, lie down, lie down. So I lie down. At that point, I cannot tell whether he came with some spirits or what, but I was so calm, I couldn't do anything. I even forgot about the insult issue totally. So he asked me for my name. I told him, where are you from? What school are you from? I told him. Where did they shoot you? I told him, and then he left. After he left, Senabu came to me and said to me, you are not man enough. You did not insult him. I said to her, no, this guy came to me with some juju. I said to her, because when he laid his hand on my chest, it's like my hand was I had glass on my chest. I was so calm. And so I couldn't do anything else. And then he left.
For the sake of the record, when you refer to the head of state, who are you referring to?
That
was our former president,
a very bad man.
Can you tell us his name?
I will say his name, but it's not his surname. His name is Yaya.
I can understand why you don't want to say
Thank you so much.
Prior to leaving the hospital, did he say anything about what he would do as a result of what happened to you and other students?
After he made that visit, he then sent someone to us. I think it will be a week or two after.
Fatmata Jahumpa Sise, me along Katelam press secretary to know.
And that was Fatumata Jahumpa Sise, who was then the press secretary. He sent her to come to us, and she usually comes with foodstuff. And she will normally tell us, the president says that I should hand this to you. But when she gives us those foodstuff, we normally reject it. So we just leave the foodstuff where she left them, and then after we hand it over to other patients.
Because it's like
because it's an ugly situation after meting out this hardship on people and then turn around and pretend to be sending them food.
Allah Kenya, Allah dimo Kenya be Kenya nga kalamta den nalbe sura la jararo Allah kudo mbe kukela jel.
She said to us, whatever pains or hardships you are going through, let me know, and we'll make attempts to provide you the requisite treatment. But she never did that.
You told us that before he arrived at the hospital, you and Zainabu decided that you would insult him and insult his mother, from what you've said.
Yes.
Why?
Because I mun kenna wala diminta ay na hajo le tinya ay na funding ke atinya ay na ngam plan pour mbe kala mun tisama ninku moy wala tinya dal.
Because he destroyed our youth, he destroyed our future, and that is the reason why.
Who do you hold responsible for what happened to you and other students?
Akosilam yenyim mutako jumale mu moti me yenyim baro ka itela anintali be kotengolo.
Yalo.
Siaya.
And why do you hold him responsible?
Mulana bitung itea mutako atelem.
Bayri atele order pass ayadi Aisatunjai Sedila.
Because he was the one that passed the order through Aisatunjai Sedi.
Aisatunjai Sedi we order di Babukar Jatala.
And Aisatunjai Sedi gave the order to Babukar Jata.
Ya talantala wal nyote mawle nyama foy ko nyol kali bungali fa.
And that was how the responsibility was distributed until the order to shoot was made.
Baratele order di.
But she was the one that gave the order.
How do you know this?
Yolo nyadile.
Bayri wo wato nate mumfo.
Because at that time, whatever he says,
to
his people, those that worked with him, if he tells them to sit down, they will get seated. If he tells them to lie down, they will lie down. That day, if he never told them to fire, nobody will fire. Aisatunjai said he was the one who told her that the students have now gotten out of control. And said to him that they have destroyed the prisons and they have joined together with bandits and they are now destroying the whole country. At one point, she even said that the students broke into the armory, they took guns, and they were firing each other, killing each other. Because that day, he was not there, and it was the Aisatunjai Sedi who was here representing him. And she gave this information to him, and it was after that that he gave the order that killed them.
All this information that you're providing us, how do you know this? Did you hear this information from someone?
Yes, I hear it from people. And I also believe it. I know also the kind of person that he is.
Before that, you said you also heard it from people. Who did you hear it from?
I hear this thing even while I was at hospital when we are discussing, chatting. We used to hear this kind of talk. If anything, Gambia is one family. We are all one. in the army, in the police, you would have relatives. Whatever takes place by way of information, it is spread out and everybody gets to hear.
But what I want to understand is what that information is based on. Was this just information that was circulating around that you heard from various individuals, or did you hear this information from any members of the security forces? Because you've just told us you had relatives, you all had relatives in the security forces.
Wayri yenyum foko moli badingol le soto police aning sojarolu kono fo bo molio kibaro moy wolle la wo uniform tiolu
ha comme ka fanya mi moy la moy lolum bari bilimbe loptano famato ndamal katara kachala jen mol kana jen ni kacha
just as I said, it's just hearing it as information, general information, because when we were at the hospital, people come and we used to discuss these things.
And
this information was also widespread.
And to
say that the students were the ones that were shooting each other, that one, everyone heard that from her own mouth. Because she went over to the television and she made such a pronouncement. That is very clear.
So this information that you heard regarding the order to shoot, this is not information that you know for sure. But information that you heard because rumors were circulating, is that correct?
Yes.
So you cannot know if it's true or not.
So ate ita fahamundi nola ka tonya andiko fotonya le mbala tonyante.
Yes, it's true.
But you believed it to be true.
Akobari ilata ala ko tonya le.
Very well, very well.
Regarding the statement made by Aisha Tunjai Saidi, you said that you heard it.
Ayakuma ka umemfo Aisha Tunjai Saidi la kumoto. Iko ifangole yo moibang.
Yes, that was said over the television.
Can you tell us exactly what you heard?
Isa fono nyele ite kumakango kalimo memmo television nyendo.
Ako karamuto dinni wale kidi bungole tay comme sojaro la kido be nakala sojaro la bungo kidi bungo.
She said that the students broke into the armory
e kidolta
and took guns
e damale nyobung
and they were shooting each other. That was what she said.
Was this statement true?
Ako funyin tonya funyin kuma mutonya altiba.
Tonya tije.
There is no element of truth in that.
And in fact, you've told us on multiple occasions that from what you observed throughout that day, no student was holding a weapon or a gun.
Andun koye mem fo kabringa ko damata ta hotilo mume obe ali mankidije hani talibe kilimbulu.
No.
So how did you feel when you heard Aisha Tunjai Saidi's statement, essentially blaming the students?
Ako silang itaketa nyadi lebri Aisha Tunjai Saidi moy ay nyin kuma kamlu fo anata pour ka kumo nyin dada ka tumiro la talibulu ka.
When I heard that, it pained me a lot because she lied. What she's saying, if at all we had guns that day, where the soldiers and the paramilitary were shooting us if we had guns? It could have been that some of us would also fire back. At that point, if I had a gun and you fire at me, I will also fire back. And if that were the case, then the casualties would not have been only students. The students, the soldiers, and the paramilitary would also have casualties. But after the dust settled, all the victims were students. And that was what made her statement a lie.
I want to still focus, we're running out of time, so I want to address the impact that this had on you.
Ako wato felente abedoya kan. So nye mantoro men sabuima alafta silang alia nyati lingwala.
Okay.
You've provided the Commission with a number of documents.
Ako ye kayitolu sotole yemenu di commission ola.
I will ask the usher to bring the documents so that you can verify that these are your medical records.
Akabe kayito di la kila nyin na menka kayitolu ya yendi puru ifango sa tonya yandi fonyino mo kayito nyindi bang.
Okay.
But just before that, I would note that your Royal Victoria Hospital discharge card,
Ako bari pur ka sena andi janni obekela ila kayito memu ila bularang kayito ti kaboba nyun loptano to Royal Victoria Hospital.
which provides your biographical information and other details,
Me yalon ko ito anite fongo la ko kibaro be kayito membala.
states that you were admitted at the hospital on the 10th of April 2000,
O nyum foko ye landi loptano to April karotil tan 2000 sankono.
and you were discharged on the 13th of July 2000,
Andu ina tebula loptano to July karotil tan anisa o 2000.
which is a period of about 3 months.
Me yalon ka karsaba nyon wuche osile.
I will provide that document
Akabo kayito bondi lale.
as well as other documents from the initial medical board that was set up at the RVH,
Nin kayitolu men yalon ko jaral alpha kafo membe nun loptano nyinto wulfanali kayito mem dada.
which provided recommendations on your treatment.
Menni ya maro di itela jararo karo kenyala.
It's dated the 6th of December 2001,
December karo tili woro lebe safari nga kayito nyimbala 2001.
and it is signed by 3 doctors who were part of that board.
Kayito nyin Dr. Sabale ya assign. Men yalon ko lubo jaral alpha kafo nyin ne kono.
As well as the cover letter accompanying that report.
Aning letero me ya safe ka lawo kibaro kang kaki.
I will also provide a report of the physiotherapy that you've received at the Royal Victoria Hospital.
Akabe nyin kayito fanandila kulu jaro be kul baramo kende aren kola ke kulolu tembendi yo fanan kenyama na kayito menketa atew loptan kilung to RVH aw fanan o kayito fanan.
I will also provide a report concerning treatment that you received in Dakar, Senegal.
Akabe nyin fanan bondi la menketa jara roti e menkete la sambatu men Senegal Dakar sate oto.
In 2005.
Menketa 2005 sangoti.
I will also provide another report
Akabe kibardo fanan kayito bondi la
regarding treatment that you received in Dakar in 2014.
Me ya lon ko fanan tilinte jara role la yemenkenun Dakar 2014 sangokono.
I will also provide another report
Akabe kibardo fanan bankela
regarding the conclusions of the medical board that you saw.
Munta kolu banta nyamin wa medical board walfa kafo ye kolu kumfa nyamin ite menuje
At the Royal Victoria, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, as it is known now.
banjul loptan bato sayeng je tomu Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital leti sayeng je ikaje kilwolela.
And this was on the 27th of March 2019.
Nyimuru March karotili muanning worowla leti 2019.
Which also makes reference to treatment that you received in Germany.
Memfana ye itandiro ke jara rola ye menkenun Germany.
I believe in 2010.
Ngamere 2010 sankolem.
I'm going to hand over all these documents so that you can confirm whether or not these are the documents you provided me with.
Akabe o kaytolu be itandila. Purute sa sede ano ko tonya nyilom kaytol ti ngamenu dialla.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, it's correct.
Thank you very much for that. Mr. Chairman, I will seek to admit these documents into evidence as Exhibit 0074. However, I will sort out the annexes during the break and then tell you 0074A until which number. With your permission, I will do so.
Abeni kumakang fokang commission chairman le akabe nyin kaito ludun la seda kaito lukonole bari bitung ebe bulala nyono manyaming ninda hawato sita abeodo ko kala otumole.
Understood, Council. We would wait when you have exhibit numbers for all of them, then we would grant the inclusion in the records. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jammeh.
Yes. Council ko Mr. Jammeh.
Based on these documents, you have been seeking treatment from 2000 until 2019.
2019 sangokono.
And based on these documents, the cause of your injury was identified, which was a bullet wound. And although preliminary treatment was provided, the recommendation that seems to be repeated is that you require further overseas treatment. And indeed, that is still the conclusion of the recommendation from 2019. Is that correct?
Yes. So, yeah, it's correct.
You're still speaking in Mandinka?
Sorry. Yeah, Tonyalo.
Can you tell us what kind of treatment you received in Germany?
Germany in 2010.
When I went to Germany in 2010, they checked my entire health situation.
And
then I was informed that I had to undergo 2 operations.
Because
It could even be 3, but they said they were certain about 2.
So nata follow keje.
So we had the first one.
And nata murunang.
Then I returned.
Because I tara nun jebe suma yarim bake dum mammo soto je fanam ben tekke ala.
At that time it was very cold and I did not have anyone to take care of me.
Tubabol lom denni telephone ma wato soto be do ko la hani dimaso fay ka do ko kele.
Those that took me there, they were Europeans. They did not have time. Even they worked on Sundays.
So nata fanyi nata Africa in karisaba kono isa murun nang enaile jararo labang.
Then they said to me, return back to Africa and come back in 3 months' time and continue your treatment.
So biraboto la.
So after that.
Up to
now, I think the 3 months has not elapsed yet.
So
that is the way the things are.
And can you tell us why you haven't been able to receive the treatment that you require?
Because there was not much income. I could not finance it. I don't have it. My parents too don't have it. And that was why it was not possible. That is why, even up to date, the treatment could not take place as it's supposed to be.
Presently, can you tell us what impact this has had on you, on your health?
It's
very, the impact is great because if you look at it, my health up to now is retarded. What I have been going through over the past 19 years has been a difficult experience. If you look at it itself,
nte moño dolu fango bije dal mi yalon ko ni be bulata nyin ko kono.
There are some of my colleagues that were also suffered the same situation, underwent the same situation as I am going through.
Because ni ajibe nsafan tolu badi malle munti dal.
Because if you look at it, I can say that we are relatives.
Because
because all of us have the same experience, we suffer from the same incident. And some of them up to date, they are in wheelchairs. And some up to date, they are working with crutches. That is what they use to assist themselves to work. There is even one that was shot at the arm, and up till date, there is still bullet fragment in her arm, in his arm, which is not being brought out.
Because they
made several attempts here to remove it, but they could not do it.
So
if anything, if you look at it,
ntol dal safo ning konte ase kanombe selfish la baka bon ntol be ngabata min taki.
That's why if I should say personally myself, I may be selfish, but collectively the hardships that we underwent is very difficult. For 19 years, if anyone that started school at that time would have completed by now.
So
we are in that situation with our pain and we are suffering.
Because
and it's difficult because if you look at things, the way the government should attend to us and assist us, they did not do so, and maybe if they had done so, we could have been some other people of relevance today in Gambia. Because if you look at it, some of our colleagues that we went to school together with, some of them today are now doctors. Some also are project managers, and I can go on counting on and on. And for us, since that day up to now, we are still on the same spot.
So
it's difficult. It is a difficult situation.
And because
it has changed our lives completely because if you look at it, I had personally wanted to become a doctor.
O filo di atanya if on hadin besirin jamonto tendi nga a chance auto.
I love that field, and even as I sit here today, if I were to be given the chance, I would want to become a doctor.
But the
way things went,
that
is why where we had hoped to reach, we could not get there.
Follow. First
of all, our health is the most important thing for us, which we don't have. Our health is in difficulty. It has also destroyed our plans, what we had wished to become tomorrow. It also destroyed our plans, how we wanted to move the country forward.
And
also in our communities.
And
many other things.
Thank you very much for that explanation. Currently, are you able to walk unaided, or do you require an aid?
Ikatamano le ifaye ban satara mume makoy foy ka kenyadi.
I have a scotch which I use to assist myself.
Yeah, nimmo muta nintamata domanding dimo mum ka kalamta ning ala damale yalo.
If I don't have that to assist me walk and want to walk on my own, after a short distance, I experience excruciating pain. And if you look at it again, our life is a hard one. You are stretching out your hand to people for 19 years. Since you stretched your hand up to now, it could be that those ones are even bored now. But that is not our intention. What we wish is to be able to be independent and to do things on our own, as our colleagues are.
So,
so for this reason, I could say that what happened to us has almost brought our livelihood to a standstill.
But
up to now, we have not lost hope. If we have the means, even as I speak to you, because there are some of our colleagues who want to become lawyers, who want to become accountants. So even today, as I speak to you, if we have the means, perhaps what we want to become, we will be.
Mr. Jammeh, thank you very much for your testimony. I have come to the end of my questions. So I will hand over to the commissioners in case they have additional questions. Mr. Chairman, I hand over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Council. And thank you very much, Mr. ABDOU KARIM JAMMEH, for your testimony.
Chairman ko council inimbara baka akubari ABDOU KARIM JAMMEH ifana inimbara baka la sede yaro kan.
First, I want to assure you that the 11 commissioners here don't have any juju or jarang to put on you.
Ako follow aba yenko etel commissioner standing kilo membijang. Jalante tel bulu safe fanante bulu ibe benkelela.
Yeah, bismillah.
Nor are we going to come around and put our hands on your chest for it to have a cooling effect on you.
Anu inditinala ke bulo la isiso kamensi sumayani.
Our juju is only one thing.
Ako etel la safe mu fenkilineti.
That's the law contained in the TRRC Act 2017.
Ako wolem luati membe TRRC la sarto kono yemelondi 2017.
That requires us to create an impartial record of violations and abuses of human rights during the period under review.
Ako woye nyine kaning itele sifereke ye kibaro kensu me yalonko wala kata nyanta tinyal nin tilimbali yaluti ye melnuke atewo wuche kono wuche men iba kumo fokanteng.
In fulfillment of that, one of the objectives, the primary objectives of the Commission,
ako puru kawo natolu timmandi commission la hammolu kono memwoti.
The law requires us to quote directly from that provision.
Ako loi nyum foko prasi kangota wo sarto kono.
Section 13C.
Ala bunda tanin sabanjango la sappa sabanjango.
Okay, excuse me.
Should I continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure. Section 13C says that the Commission would provide victims
wo sarto la bunda tanin sabanjango la fanna sabanjango commission be nyinkela moli ye mantoro kemenula
an opportunity to relate their own accounts
pour ka bunda yele menkete itelula ifanguli ya sata
of the violations and abuses they suffered.
Menketa tinyarol nin tilimbalial nin tajire yaluti menu boite fangulukan.
This is what you have done today as previous witnesses before you.
Ako iteyo lekebi ko sede fololu menu nata ya kenyami.
You've done it precisely and comprehensively.
Yake anyama men tilinta men sahata seneyata.
We thank you very much for your testimony.
Mbe numbara la kejai ila o sede yaro kan.
And they would ask commissioners if they have any questions they want to pose. Commissioner Carr?
Commissioner lu nyinin kala fo mo be ko no membe nyinin karo kala ndun sa nga ketako commissioner kala fte nyinin kala de.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Jammeh, for your testimony. I just have one question.
Chairman, Mr. Jammeh
how have you been surviving?
Through
the assistance of people.
Because
because I am not working.
You
can only work if you had completed your school and hard work. But through the help of good individuals, that is, I can say, that is what I am surviving on.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. When was your last medical appointment due?
Ako ila inin doctor la nyojewo labango nying anyanta kala wati jumaltinu.
Labango keta komi yenyim deda mamme bake medical board mun set up tanun jana RVH. It was Francis Small Teaching Hospital.
The last one was when this medical board had a meeting at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital. And that was the last time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jammeh. If you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Mr. Jammeh, silang purka ko kumfa ite fango fanang kalimolu menu beda e bela fila menu yitandila silang ite financiolu banke.
Okay, bismillah. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and all the councils, all the commissioners, sorry. And
ako inumbara bake council commissionalu albe alnimbara.
And the lead council and all the councillors.
And lead council ning council dolu fanalo abebe numbara la.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Aning molu menu be siri njam fanang lamoyro la musuke.
It's 19 years since April 10 and 11 incident occurred.
Ako keta sanji tanning kononto nyina mbring April karo tiltang anin tiltanning kilim ko keta kanabula bila.
Which outrage the conscience of every decent human being.
Me yalon ko hadamading wo hadamading meng hakilo ya afateo fa aketa ulubeye kamfati.
At home and abroad.
Sujambang kata fo manela.
14 victims are in their graves. Leaving their parents, family members, schoolmates, teachers, and friends with a bitter memory in their mind and the marks or scars in their hearts which need healing. Countless number of victims who were subjected to torture are still unknown. And dozens more, like my very self, are on wheelchairs, crutches, and other mobility aids because of the injury from the bullet. Indiscriminately fire towards school-going children. Our educational and career development were interrupted, and our health are at great risk. Multiple surgeries are yet to restore our bodies. To normal our state, and lack of follow-up, even subjecting our life to a greater risk as we get older. We have cried for justice and care under the former administration, but to no avail or without consideration. We were filled with hope and joy when we witnessed the changes. We were called upon to speak out the truth and state our mind, to listen in ears. We did so with hope sooner rather than later. Justice will be done and will soon be seen done. We are victims with special merit. Excuse me, we are victims with special needs and merit due to the suffering we endured under the former administration. So that is why we seize this opportunity under this new Gambia as a prayer of reminding the authorities and all men and women of conscience that we are still suffering in silence. We need education. We need education. We need treatment. We need treatment. Social and economic support. So that to be independent enough rather than to be a charity receivers. And we need reforms. We need reforms. Security reforms. Whereby our securities will be law-abiding people. They will no longer be cattle rearers. They will no longer be bread bakers. They will no longer put on any leader's t-shirt and campaign for him. There will be the securities for the Gambians and Gambia. We need legislature also reform and the parliamentarians. So that they could no longer be a rubber stamp. Yes, I am issue. We are also reminding the current leader that we don't want to see anybody, any Gambians, to be exiled anymore. We don't want to see any dead Gambian body to be buried in foreign land. Gambia is for Gambians. Whether you are dead or alive, we are all equal in the Gambia. We don't need tribalism in the Gambia. No to tribalism. No to tribalism. And the media also. We want to have a professional media whereby they will be independent enough
dame yalonko ibe femfen kela satara ibe fambulu anyama
to make sure and verify anything they want to talk about or to print out.
Andun satara ibe kibar wo kibar bondila satata lombang saferta lombang satara ya kotobo ya tara ko nyimuku sotoringoleti
To be more professional enough.
Satara isila doko long ya no iba kela nyaming.
As for victims, we need justice.
Andung itelumeni alon ko mantoro late kang isolata tilingunin tonyale.
We need justice.
Isolata tilingunin tonyale la.
We need justice.
Isolata tilingulela anin tonya.
We need it now.
Andu isolata la sainne.
Thank you so much.
Allah baraka.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Jammeh.
Jaman ko numbara Mr. Jammeh.
For those very good and thoughtful remarks.
Yewo kuma ka nyimmalu menu fo men mu hakili kono kuma nyimmaluti.
Thank you again for your testimony.
Numbara kote ke ila sede yaro kang.
The Commission will take a 1-hour break. We come back at 2:30.
Tumbe mbe montoro wati kilinda hatala nsimuruna njantala mfulani ntala.
Meeting is adjourned. Oh.
1 hour should be 2:15, Mr.
Sorry,
Chair.
my apologies. My counsel, you wanted the floor?
No, just to highlight the fact that in 1 hour time would be 2:15. So are we coming back 2:15 or are we coming back?
Come back at 2:30.
2:30.
You want the extra 15 minutes or you want to? Yes. Thank you. 2:30.
Ideally 2 hours we want. So let's reconvene 2:15.
You have a logistics problem with the next witness?
Well, it's supposed to be by video conferencing.
Oh.
And that usually would have difficulties now and again. So in order to make sure that we have enough time to deal with the issues, perhaps we could start a little earlier, 2:15, and if we happen to finish earlier than normal, then that would be fine. But all the same, we start a little earlier, just in case.
Counsel, the background that you and I are coming from, the lawyers always overrule the chair.
Yes.
So we come back at 2:15.
You are overruled. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned.